How you doing, and welcome to another episode of Collecting with Rob. So today we're not actually going to be showing part of my collection. I have a lot of stuff coming in this week, some big grail items, a piece that also a cast piece that I've been working on for over a year now. That's going to be coming in from Zobi this week as well. Another piece that of course a lot of people know about this particular signing. No one thought it would happen. It's shipping out, something that I really always wanted, and I still can't believe I was able to get this signing, so I can't wait till that comes in. That'll be here probably within the next day or so. So look out for that video. And then towards the end of the week, we're getting into Halloween time. So expect a horror spooky collection video where I'll show you all my horror Halloween themed items autographed that you'll see. Pretty decent collection, pretty cool stuff. So look out for that. But today is different. We're not going to be showing part of the collection. We're going to be showing, it is spooky month, so I'm going to be going to show you the Amityville Horror House. So the Amityville Horror House is, of course, it's in Amityville, Long Island, New York. I live about 10-15 minutes away. So I'm going to show you the area, the town, the block, and the house. And, the house is still there. There's been some people that think like they knocked down the house and rebuilt. Not true. Only thing they did was they changed the windows and the siding just to make it not obvious with those iconic, those scary ghost-looking windows. They changed that, but it's the same house, huge house in the same area. Nothing moved. It's still there, and I do believe it's still haunted. So a little bit of history of the house, if you're not familiar with the movies or anything. Probably one of the most famous houses in the world. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you're from America, Long Island, New York, any other country, you've heard of the Amityville Horror. It's based on a true story. Basically, husband and wife moved in with their 4 kids, I believe it was, and then some craziness happened. Basically, one of the oldest son, Ronald DeFeo, Butch Jr., he apparently went crazy and killed his whole family. He killed his brothers, his sisters, and his 2 parents. The story has changed through the years on what he gave. He just recently passed away, but his story was that he heard voices in his head telling him pretty much to commit these crazy murders and do these crazy things. He believes he was possessed by demons. He changed his story a couple times. Another time he said it was the mafia that did it, and they told him to do it, and he had to take the blame or he would be killed. Another story he gave was that his sister killed the whole family, and then bam, he changed, and then he killed his sister for doing it. Completely, it always changed with him. Completely crazy guy. Of course, he went to jail for life and died in jail. What happened was after he moved out, the Lutz family came in, and this is where the movie was based on. So the Lutz family came, and right away, once they moved in with their family, they started experiencing some crazy stuff. They noticed a bunch of flies, the basement. They said they heard crazy noises. They saw red blood gushing through the walls. They claimed to see apparitions. They claimed that their youngest daughter was having play dates and playing with a ghost child, or they said it was a pig ghost child, some crazy demon basically they went to their grave, the Lutz family, saying that it was all true. They didn't make it up. They moved out within 2 weeks because they just couldn't take it. They left everything there because it was just such a scary, haunted house. Years later, of course, there's been many families that I've noticed that moved in and moved out. Most of these families say it's not haunted. What I find a little odd is, though, that why is so many people moving out within a year or two? Many families. So, you can make your own assumptions on, the reasonings or whatever, but in my opinion, I do feel it probably is a little haunted. There's history that that entire block with all the houses were built on an Indian grave site, so could be something with that. But again, years later, after the Lutzes moved out, they had psychics go there, and they claimed that it was the most evil place, that they would not go back. Apparently there's been photos of that they caught a little boy on camera, a ghost child, which could have been the youngest DeFeo son. Who knows? Or it could have just been a demon child or whatever. So, I mean, crazy history with this house. Very cool, very interesting if you're into that kind of paranormal activity, especially during the spooky month. There's been many movies, books on it. Some people think like it was all made up to make money. Some people think it's completely true, and some people think maybe part of it is true and part of it is not. Let me know what you believe in the comments down below. Do you think it's really haunted, or do you think the whole story is made up, or do you believe in ghosts or not? But anyway, we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you right now the houses. So originally I went in the dark. I wanted to show you how cool it looks in the dark. So you're going to see that video like of the town and everything. But again, when it's in the dark, there's no lights down that block. It's just completely dark. So it's kind of hard to see some of the houses. Kind of hard to see the house, although it is lit up. So I'm gonna do another video. You're gonna see in this video there's gonna be daylight as well, so you're gonna see the dark, and then stay tuned, you're gonna see the light in the daylight, so you can see a little more of it. Really cool. So anyway, without further ado, let's get going and enjoy the video. So we're going into the town of Amityville right now. As we get closer, I'm gonna start to show you exactly the town, exactly where the areas Ronnie DeFeo went prior to and after he did the crazy crime that he committed of killing his family. It's all around. This is his neighborhood right here. This is Amityville. Okay. There you go. There's the sign right there we just passed. We're officially in Amityville. This is his neighborhood right here. It's a nice quiet town. There's some really big expensive houses in this area, you'll see. Some of these houses, a lot of the neighbors, I heard some of the neighbors are still the original neighbors from back in the day. So here's a little bit of the town, as you can see. Very nice quiet town with obviously a dark history to it. A lot of people come down here just to see, you know, the house, what it looks like, and you know, they want to see the history. You know, this is not something that's just like an American thing or like, you know, just a Long Island thing. This house is well known throughout the world. Everybody has seen or heard of the Amityville horror, and it's funny, it happened in such a small, quiet town. Amity actually means calm, so it's a calm town, but you know, calm town with pretty big history. So you can see, these are some of the houses, some old colonials in this area. Okay, now we're going to be approaching his block. So right here, see that fish clam? That's actually was a bar back in the day next to the pizza place. And that's actually the bar that apparently he went to after he killed his family. He went right here and he stayed at the bar. Kind of crazy. Okay, so now we're down the block. This is Amityville. Pretty dark right now, but this is the block. Ocean Avenue. Now again, this his house was not rebuilt or anything, wasn't knocked down, nothing like that. Basically, the house it's the same house that's always been here. They just changed the windows, changed the siding, changed the look of it a little bit, but you could still tell it's the Amityville house. Usually in this area, the neighbors like decorate really nice for Halloween. This year they didn't do anything, surprisingly, which is kind of a little upsetting. But like I said, the Amityville house itself has been decorating every year. And this year they didn't decorate too much, but they did a little bit. So it's funny, you stop at the stop sign, and right in front, here we are. So they put a little bit of like a dragon or something. That's the house. Ocean Avenue. The house of Ronnie DeFeo, George Lutz, the Amityville Horror. One of the most iconic, well-known houses. Currently, there's new owners here. Really cool house. Look at that nice, some cool decorating they did. Nothing crazy this year, but they did some cool stuff. So that's the front of the house. The side of the house right there. And again, and then the neighbors. It's dark, as you can see. But back here, this is the back side. You know, there's the water here. It's right on the water. So you can see a little bit. It's pretty dark, but this is all water behind these houses. And I'm going to show you the back of the house with the boathouse, the famous boathouse. As we keep going. So right here. Hard to tell. Right back here. It's really dark. Really tough to see. But this is the back of the house. And then there's the boathouse. And again, apparently right in this area in the water, he threw his gun apparently after he committed the crime. He threw it right in the water down here. So that's it. So that's the back of the house. So here we go. We're going back to the Amityville house, this time in the daylight, so we can see a little more. Again, going here, that B&B Fish and Clam, as I said last time, earlier, that's where he went after he committed the crimes. He went to that. That was a bar at the time. So he just stayed there right afterwards. Kind of crazy. If you could see right there, this house actually has the original windows. This isn't the Amityville house, but this is on the block. They have the same windows that the house used to have. Of course, they changed that because they didn't want too many people coming by and, you know, causing some ruckus looking at the house. Alright, so now it's in the daylight. You can see the block, the houses. As you can see, very nice houses, very quiet town. Nice area.
Fine.
There you go. Once you get to the stop sign, oh look, they decorated right over here. So it looks like they started decorating. You can see more in the daylight. Some areas. And here we go. Here it is in the daylight. I'm showing you as we're getting here. Amityville Horror House. Got that nice dragon. Beautiful house. There's the side of it. The garage. See how big it is? Here again on the block. So like I said, they usually decorate the town. Not too many of the houses decorated this year. But that's one house that decorated. Nothing crazy this year. Usually they decorate really nice this town. You see some really cool stuff. I remember last year they had somebody decorated pretty much it was like a pirate ship with a bunch of skeletons and stuff. Really cool, you know, because I mean everybody knows, you know, this is a pretty famous block. Everybody knows on Ocean Avenue, you know, Amityville. We know what went down many years ago, and we know the history of it thanks to all the books and the movies that came about. There's another house. This is pretty cool. Got that nice witch. Again, people know, you know, it's Halloween time, decorate nice, but they also know you're gonna get a lot of tourists around Halloween time coming by, want to see, you know, the Amityville house, especially on Halloween. I wish that the new owners would do like an Airbnb. I mean, that would be pretty damn cool. Imagine on Halloween spending the night in the Amityville house. That'd be pretty awesome. I'm gonna get another view of the house right here, going back the other way. And then I'm gonna show you the back of the house again in the daylight. See the side right here? Here it is. Very nice, awesome house. So I'm gonna take you to the back a little bit. So you can see, you know, the boathouse again in the daylight. There'll be more, you could see it better now in the daylight. You can see the water, and again, you know, when you go to the back, that's pretty much where, again, the famous part where he pretty much, after he did his craziness, you know, did his crime, he apparently threw his gun right in the water, right behind the house. So here we go, back side of the house, the block. So again, there's all boats. Again, this is right on the water. Very nice area, as you can see. I don't know if the DeFeo family actually had, if they actually had a boat. That I'm not sure, but they do have a boat house, so they probably did. So let's show you what it looks like. Like I said, quiet town. Amityville means calmville. Amity means calm. So, looking for the back of the house as we go. And here we go. We made it. So now in the daylight, you see it better here, the back of the house. There's the famous boathouse. There's the water. Nice day out today. And you can see, you know, it's just a very, very nice house. Right on the water. It's a shame what happened with it, but I can imagine what this house would go for if it didn't actually have a haunted history to it. It's very expensive as it is, but it could be a lot more money, I'm sure, if it didn't have the history that it had. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Please comment below if you believe it's haunted. Subscribe for more content, autograph content, a lot of stuff coming in. And as always, happy collecting and happy Halloween.